Welcome back to Designing Spaces presents Life at the McKamey Animal Center. Best friend, companion through thick and thin. Pets become part of the family, but sometimes, just like their human counterparts, pets can become victims to unexpected accidents or illnesses. But sometimes, the cost of veterinary care can be more than pet owners can afford.
One of the biggest problems we have at the McKamey Center is people having to relinquish pets because they just can't afford the care that they need if something happens to them.
These dogs and cats are often surrendered to shelters. This is Danielle and her best friend, Decatur. Today is going to be a day Danielle will not forget.
I have a dog, Decatur, that's a Rottweiler mix I've had for about a year, and he escaped out of my yard, and when he came back, he had an injured paw and it was limping.
Not being able to handle the financial costs, Danielle has no other choice but to relinquish Decatur.
I was hoping that if I brought him here today, they would possibly be able to help in this situation because I really don't have any other options.
Unfortunately, Danielle's tragic case is not uncommon. This is Dr. Kerri Marshall, Chief Veterinary Officer at Trupanion, a leading provider of pet insurance.
Pets give us so much love. They change our lives for the better. So our promise when we adopt a pet into our lives is to give them the same love that they're giving us back.
For Dr. Marshall, it's important to have a plan for unexpected events.
I've been a veterinarian for 25 years, and I've seen many cases where pets had to be surrendered to a shelter because the family could not afford the care.
This is where pet insurance comes in. It allows to change the conversation from how much can I afford to spend on care to what is the best care option for my pet.
Unfortunately for Danielle, she didn't have Trupanion insurance. If she had, she wouldn't have had to go through the emotional distress for her and for Decatur of relinquishing him to the center.
Now more than ever, pets are a valuable member of the family, and pet insurance is a must-have as opposed to a nice-to-have.
And with a company like Trupanion that pays 90% of the veterinary bill, and there's no limits, you just don't have to think about give a second thought to going into your veterinarian and making sure that you get the care, and it's the best care.
Meanwhile, Decatur's x-rays have come in, and Karen meets with one of McKamey's veterinarians, Dr. Jerry Latham, to discuss what the next step should be.
I don't see any fractures at all. The radial bone, the ulnar bone, the humerus looks good. Usually we have a lot of air, what we call crepitation of the skin. We don't see any swelling, so I think it's a radial paralysis.
Amputation being the only option, Dr. Latham gets to work. The operation is a success, and Decatur has been transformed into a tripod. A few days to recover, and he'll be ready for adoption. Now Decatur has a pre-existing condition and cannot be insured for anything related to that injury. But that doesn't mean insurance is less important. Decatur is still young, and lots can happen along the way.
Pets can get so many different conditions. In fact, 25% of our policyholders at Trupanion, they file a claim within 6 months.
Danielle may be heartbroken, but the good news is Decatur is going to be just fine, and thanks to Trupanion and McKamey, his next owner will have the option to keep the insurance after 30 days so that the owner and dog can enjoy each other's company worry-free. Some pet insurers cover what's called wellness, like vaccinations and physical exams, not Trupanion.
Think of it this way. If you pay the insurance company $1 and then you go get preventive care, they reimburse you 80% of that. You're not getting full value. Take your dollar and give it to the veterinarian and get the best care for your pet.
That way, Trupanion can pay 90% of the veterinarian bill for accidents and unexpected illnesses.
When you adopt from McKamey, we add the Trupanion insurance packet when you go, and it gives you 30 days worth of coverage. During that time, Trupanion contacts you and they make you aware of all of the benefits of having pet insurance. And that gives you peace of mind when you go home so that the pet that you have, if it gets injured, you would be able to afford to care for it.
Adopters like Chris and Lauren can certainly appreciate this offer. Having lost a dog before, they know what it feels like to go through those tough times.
So I got a dog and we named him Bear. He got sick unexpectedly. His back legs gave out. So he was taking 27 pills a day and extensive home care and hospitalization, and we did everything we could and he just didn't. Bear passed on, yeah, he passed away really recently actually, and that's why we decided to come back and adopt today.
So there's many ways to find out about us, but Trupanion.com is the quickest and easiest, and we're available by phone as well. The number's right there on the web.